The movie begins with a woman named Emily. Since childhood, Emily has a close relationship with her brother, but in recent years, they have been separated by distance. And they are busy looking for a new life, in order to survive, especially since their parents died. Until one day, Emily returned to her hometown in Switzerland, with her husband whose name is Andreas. They both went to the house left by his parents. There are many memories in the house. Later they think to sell Emily's father's house, because their department business was about to lose. So they want to get money by sale the house, and restore the running of the company. Later when they both are looking for the house, Emily's brother returned to her, who named Jacob. Emily was so happy to see her brother after long years. In happiness, Emily also told Jacob that he'd grow taller than me. Later at night Jacob came again to see Emily. She feels that why he came to see her in the middle of the night. In the next day, Emily and Andreas tried their best to get contacts of buyer to sell the house. But they both are new to the place, so they can't get touch with buyers. One day, Andreas returned to his city for a week to meet a client who deals with the company problems, where Emily was staying alone in her father's home. Emily saw Jacob, that he getting fresh air and outside without any worries. Jacob's life may be more stable than Emily, and he is a professional skateboarder, who has traveled to several countries. That afternoon Jacob went to the market, and there he saw a newspaper, in which it mentioned, that a few days ago in their small town, there was a black panther, which is very dangerous one, was hiding in someone's backyard. So the local government asked peoples to be careful, especially at nightfall. While Andreas, who was going to meet a client, met Jacob on the way, he asked Jacob to support and take care of Emily, while he was away. But Jacob looked quite indifferent and cold, which makes Andreas to get irritates. Later Jacob returned home, meanwhile Emily was throwing things which was not useful for anything. Jacob came and talked with Emily. While their conversation starts, he told Emily that he knew about Emily and Andreas' department problem, and the planning about sale the house, which is also the share of Jacob. Jacob also feels that Emily has changed, and barely recognizes her brother. But Emily denies this, and told that she can't forget her brother. But after all, Jack and Emily also don't want a dispute between them. Later Jacob gives a newspaper, which has the information about the presence of a panther around them. Because he just wants Emily to be careful, not to take this as a joke. That night, when Emily was going to sleep, she felt alone when Andreas was not near her. At morning, Jacob come to home, trying to make Emil feel bored. Later he finds his father's old motorbike, but it looks broken. So he fixes bike, and takes Emily for a walk. They both were very happy together in the beautiful and charming scenery. That day Jacob shared his feelings on Emily, by telling that he miss her for a while. And he also told that he was happy now to be with her. Emily told him that they both together with their parents in their childhood times, and she also told him that she wished to happen it again, even though she have a boyfriend, and even Jacob was her brother. Emily imagines that she and Jacob will live together like lovers. Later they both spends time together in the forest, while reminiscing about their childhood time. But suddenly, quite aware of some group of men appeared to be shouting. Because they wanted to find the existence of the panther. Of course. They wanted to catch it and return it to its habitat. But the existence of the panther around did not make them flinch. Later, Emily feels to go home, because it was getting dark. After returning home, before going to sleep, Emily changed her dress. But behind that, this time Emily saw Jacob, and started to feel something unusual. Later they both gets into love, which was cut off few years ago. The night turns to be more passionate love for both of them. They both started to be together everywhere, because they feels that they can't leave each other. They felt the world belongs to the two of them. Even when Andreas calls her, Emily did not respond for his call.